Hello there. Well, I got the Apex 4-inch in the mail today, and there are no good symbols. There's a video on the internet, but you can't see what he's doing. So I'm making this video hopefully to help enlighten people. I've got the Apex 4-inch, the 21 millimeter FPV cycle motors, 2300 kV, and the Mamba MK3 basic stack. Well, if you watch that video and you got these items, you're going to run into an issue like I did. Okay. This is what I got so far. I made a video of starting to put it together, but it didn't work out like it was supposed to. Because they give you these, I guess they're supposed to be your stack screws. They go in here, the beveled side, because they're beveled. You go into the beveled side. But that wouldn't have been long enough for anything, and plus they wouldn't even go through the 20 by 20 flight controller. They don't even fit through there. I could probably screw it into there, but that's I mean, if you build drones, you know that's all bad. So I took the screws that come with the flight controller, the longer, skinnier ones. They barely fit. Well, they fit tight. And I used the little thingy here that comes with the flight controller because the screws screw into it. So I just screwed them in there, and they're pretty solid. They're pretty solid. And they're not sticking up. So they're gonna, it should be all right. Well, the thing I ran into was these press nuts here. Okay, they go in the opposite side of the bevel, right? In my kit, there was 5 of these little things here, so I used one, and then they give you 4 of these screws, but there's one similar to it. It's the only one like it. It's shorter, so I'm assuming that's the one they talk about you use to put the, and that's the one I used. You put it through with the flat side of it facing the carbon, screw it into there, and pull it through. Right? Well, here, let me put it in there and show you. Let me simply just put it in there simply. Just simply with these little, I'm used to building 5 inches. It's my first micro, so everything's like wow. Like wow. Instead of wow, it's wow. So anyways, like that, you tighten it down and pull it through. But if you dumbass it like I did and put them in the wrong way, say like if that was in there the wrong way and you wanted it to go in this way, you'd take that little piece and flip it over and put it over the top of that. Like so. Sorry, I'm using my cell phone. I'm not a video maker. Then you put the screw in it and then to pull it out. You ain't gonna learn that on that. You ain't gonna learn on that video, because I guess that guy assembled a lot of them and he already knows what's going on. But anyways, once you get them in there, you get to this point. This is where I've gotten so far. So now it's time to do the arms. So I'm assuming you take these cap screws, I think that's what they called. What was the other one called? Button head. The other ones are button heads. That's the rounded one. These are the cap screws because they're kind of a square head. Take that, put it through here. Do all 4 of them like that. I'm going to use the one here. I hope my audio sounds alright, because I know my phone's been, it's a new phone and it's been acting up. There. Hey, you guys can actually see what I'm doing, kind of. This frame comes with a buttload of screws. A buttload. From where I'm from, that means a whole lot. And, okay. Bang, bang, bang. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to, I guess there's no up or down on this part, It doesn't have the center screws in it, like this does. So I guess there's no up and, I'm assuming there's no up and down. It looks the same on both sides, so. Voila. Oops, I had that one upside down. Voila. 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 Oops. From what I've heard too, don't lose any of these screws. So I'm gonna take that and sit that down there like that. Voila. Take the arms. They got a little hole in it. I've noticed. I noticed from dry fitting this, my motor, that it wouldn't sit flush one way, but it would the other. That's because there's a little hole in it. There's not on the other side, but there's a little hole for the little divot on the motor to fit in. Like voila. So anyways, we're going to face that up. Face that up. Bing. Or as that guy says, bam. No, I like bing. Bing sounds better. Okay, well. That's kind of strange. Oh. I think that's why they give you the file. It doesn't seem to want to bing. It doesn't seem to want to bing. You son of a bitch. Excuse my language. There. Now we're binging. Motherfucker. Well, anyways. Must press on. Continue videoing for the community. You have to do it for the community. The community must know. And this kind of helps keep me a little calmer, obviously, because I was getting pretty ticked off doing this when I wasn't videoing. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Put on there. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. the little key, I'm assuming goes in this way, because looking at the looks like it has to go in long ways. So maybe we put this out and this out. I'm thinking it goes long way with the drone. But you might have to put that in first, like I'm trying to do now, before you put these two arms on. Motherfucker. Wow, this is kind of finicky. Mr. Steele's quad. Oh, Mr. Steele's quad. Wow. Okay, and bring on the cuss words. It had to be that one, huh? Okay, maybe it doesn't go that way. Try it the other way. Key my ass. The key to whole key to putting the whole damn thing together. It does go that way. It looks like. Bang. Okay, so it doesn't go a long way like this, it goes sideways. Not sure if you can see that. Okay, there. It goes sideways like that. Anyways. Oh, you motherfucker. My boys get nervous when I build drones because I cuss a lot, huh, boys? It comes with the dang. It comes with the territory, I guess. All right. No, don't ever touch that because it's going to fall completely apart and you'll have to do it all again, I'm assuming. So, how are we going to leave that there while simultaneously putting this on there? I'm assuming this is how that goes. I mean, oh, you fucking screws falling out and everything. Okay, well, let's see. Bring on the cuss words. Hey, I got one in. Okay, keep falling apart then. Frame designed by Mr. Finicky. Mr. Finicky. Anyways. So, maybe we can try to reverse what I was doing. But I doubt it. Okay. So, that's not going to stay like that. already know. Kind of almost, well, I had to put them in. Too bad you got to put those in first. Okay. I guess there's just no fucking easy way to do this. Dogs are like, who are you talking to? Yeah, it's the YouTube, or yeah, the FPV community. I almost said YouTube community. Let's see. That in long ways. Again. This back on here. Again. This on here. Again. Make sure all your holes are facing straight up. Because if I get this thing together and one of them's not facing straight up, I'm throwing it in the trash. Not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah, well, this one's better either. There we go. Do you mind going together? I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, just whenever you feel like it. I mean, as tightly as that goes together, it should freaking stay together. But yay! Now don't breathe on it. But I got it to stick together. Alrighty. Hopefully you're that lucky. I'm going to start on each of them first. That way there's no chance of that key falling out of there. At least get the diagonal ones tight first. I ordered this, I think it was Sunday, and I ordered from Roy State Quads, and I picked the free 2 to 4 business day shipping, but I was like, yeah, right. But anyways, I got a notification that said it was at the post office out for delivery this morning. But me and my impatience, I went down there and picked it up. Because I'd go crazy sitting here till Friday. Yay. I normally fly the JB QAVS with the FPV cycle motors, man. I love that quad. I hit the disarm button the other day by accident, and it kind of pancaked on the ground. It pancaked on the ground and ruined the two motors. The bells popped off of them, two of them on each side. But man, these motors are the best motors I've ever flown. I mean, I haven't flown a whole bunch of them, but man, this made me a good pilot. You know, I'm not really, I mean, I'm not big into like Rubik's Cubes and all that stuff like that. But flying around, flying low to the ground and all that stuff, you know, the fun stuff, they're great for that. So, make sure these are tight. That's why I went with the FPV cycles for these. A guy on the Into FPV forum suggested that I told him what I was building, and I told him it was going to be 6S, and I had a choice between the 1620 kV and the 2300, but he insisted that I went with the 2300. So there you go. Hopefully he was right. These are really nice motors, just like the big ones. Just like their bigger brothers. I hope they're just as good. But they're the 21 millimeter motors, 2104. But I guess that's it for that. Anyways, there's that part. All my holes are facing up. Yay! Those motors are gonna look good on there. Screws are trying to roll off here. Anyways, pretty much cut and dry from here. These four go here, and then these two on the front, and the camera plates. I'm sure you guys can get it from here. I'll just keep going just for the hell of it. Let's put it together and see what it looks like. Let's see. Man, this sucker is stiff. Like, it doesn't flex at all. Look, I'm trying to flex it pretty good. Wow, this sucker is stiff. Yeah, it's pretty thick arms. But you know, if you've never had one before and you're thinking about ordering it and everything, and you're like, yay, there's the stack and all that stuff, you know, the pictures don't do no justice on the thing. Because when you get it, everything is like, instead of holding it like this, you're holding it like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is the flight controller. And I got solder on those. I told myself when I ordered it that if I could solder on a Crossfire Nano, I could solder on this. I wish these had the through holes, but hey, what can you do? But yeah, this is my first 20 by 20 stack too. These are the little props that came, or that I ordered with it, the 4023s, Gemfan 4023s. Got 8 sets of those. Let's see, what did I do with that ESC? ESC. Anyways. When I ordered this stack, I didn't realize that it wasn't intended for the Caddx Vista, which kind of sucks because I have to run it to VBAT or figure all that stuff out. I mean, there's a got to be a wire that puts it in low power mode. I guess that's probably going to go to one of the UARTs. Here's the ESC. Little tiny ESC. It's a little tiny fella. I don't know what side's up. I don't know what side faces up, but just have a look-see. I'm probably going to run mine this way. Sure would help to know which side faces up on this thing here. Okay, there's numbers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would probably be facing up. I'll have to look in Betaflight, but it looks like this part's going to face up. I know it doesn't matter, but I don't want to freaking have to go in software and remap and all that stuff if I don't have to, you know? You know what I'm saying? Dang, it's going to be some finicky soldering right here. Finicky. Anyways, let's just put the frame together for now and show you guys what it looks like. And also learn while I'm at it. Okay. Figure out which screws I get the most of. Let's see. Look at the top plate. Wow, there's only 6 screws. Apparently. Look at that room in there. So these longer ones, okay. Let's see, what do we got here that look the same? Well, these kind of look like there's a lot of these. I don't know what those are for. You know, they don't send no instructions with this either. So, we'll just freaking have to guess here. One of those, 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those, 6 of those, 7 of those, 8 of those, 9 of those, 10 of those, 11 of those, 12, 13, 14 it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Let's see, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 standoffs, right? 2 times 6 is 12, right? 4, 5, 6, okay, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, maybe get an extra one. Let me see if these are even it. There is sure are a lot of screws here. Well, I guess it's got to be these black ones. Huh. I got a Flywheel Explorer that I took apart and robbed the Vista out of a while back. But I remember when I first got it, I had to take it apart and put a receiver on it. Man. I mean, I ain't got the best eyesight, so I'm like holding my breath not to try to drop those screws. I'm gonna start with the long ones. Okay, the long ones are gonna go on this part where it sinks down. It's kind of like my JB frame goes together. So screw, stand off. I don't know how long a YouTube video can be, so I'm just going to do the frame for now. I should think of something to talk about other than just concentrating. The shorter ones are going to go over here. Screw, stand off through the hole. I'm using the little black, there's shiny, there's silver ones, and then there's black ones, real tiny little black ones. Those are the ones I'm using. Where did that go? Unless that rolled back over here. I didn't see it. Okay. Let's just hope it rolled back over into the pile of them. I don't see it on the ground. Oh yeah, it is on the ground. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Wow. It's awful close there. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Those stack screws are just as tall as these right here, like just as tall. Hmm. Those two, it probably wouldn't bother. I mean, it wouldn't be no big deal, but them two, there's a potential of it touching the top plate and making a vibration that I'm not a big fan of here. So, they're the only two screws that I've got. I might swap it out with the ones they gave me for the Vista to mount, and then use those for the, because I don't know, they're going to be too long for that too. We'll have to figure something out. Anyways, I hope this video helped. I'm going to figure out what to do with them, and then I might make another video. Let's just put this on here. But anyways, it's a really strong frame. I'm surprised at how rigid this is. I hope this helps somebody at least. Don't forget, if you put those in backwards, flip that thing over and then pull it out. If you put those press nuts in backwards, flip that thing over on top of the press nut, and then put the screw in it, and it'll pull this press nut out. I mean, I put it in backwards twice, so and it worked for me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it.